cool. It records. Okay. This one, um, so I had left. This is all past tense. So I had left um my mother's home indefinite and basically cut off all communication with um my family, or like immediate, like relative, really everybody. The cousins were the last like things to cut off, but I wasn't in communication with them because I was realizing a lot of things, and that's another story for another day. And that's a different story with each and every one of them for a different day. And so I just kept getting this like feeling. I kept getting this feeling about, like, I would pray about my brother to God, and as much as I felt that my brother hated me, like it, like, I would pray for his mind. Um, I would pray for him more than, he was on my mind more than like praying for my mother or praying for my father. And I just kept feeling like, because there were certain things like going on with my brother that like would cause like emergency and things like that, or authorities to come over for different reasons. But I just felt like he was gonna do something to himself, and I was like trying not to be worried, and so I would just pray. And so this is my problem. I be like, I know people be acting like it's weird to do, like, because I be Googling myself, trying to make sure that certain, like, because sometimes you'll just Google yourself and your whole old address that you used to live at when you was a baby kid is on there. Your mama's email address is on there. Like, it's just like, what? So I got nosy and decided to like Google the friends that I used to have. So I Googled one of my friends, and her her brother's like her brother's Twitter or something. I don't even know. Her brother's something, like social media came up, and I looked on that. My nosy ass, and I was like finding out that he like makes music, and I was listening to his music, and he said something in particular about his brother or something, and it's the tone of it, just it didn't sound. He's like talking about how his brother is an inspiration to him, and the brother's account that I'm listening to the music for, he's the oldest brother. So I'm like, okay, your younger brother's your inspiration. That's cute. I like that. And he's talking to him like talking in the music, or like something in this. No. Excuse me. No. I'm kind of like putting different things together. Excuse me. No, that was from, okay. Basically, I'm listening to his music and stuff like that. He said something about his brother, like almost like in past tense, like in the music, and it kind of alarmed me a little bit. And next thing you know, I see like this. It was like a basically a paragraph dedicated to his brother, um, his younger brother, and it just like had funeral details and stuff. And I was just like, what? Then I see like a link, basically like they recorded the memorial service, funeral service of the brother. And because this is a big family. This is a big family, and I stopped, and our families, my family and their families, we used to like hang out. For there was this one summer we hung out almost every day. So I watched a boy grow up, and um the last time I seen, it's just funny, you know. It's really funny. Like that whole time, I was like worried about my brother, like offing himself, and the whole time, it was like, I just like it's just funny how things be like that. Like I was really like worried that my brother was gonna do something to himself, and it was a brother, you know. It is so interesting because I stopped being friends with I was friends with one of the sisters, and then like it's a whole story, but I was basically, like I said, like my family, it wasn't like so close, like to where like I stayed like that for years, but like we knew each other very well, like and then like to find like this whole it's like I wasn't even in connection contact at all with them to even like give them a message in a bottle of anything. I remember the last time I seen him in person, their brother, was this peculiar time. I was over there at night, and me and his sister were about to go out somewhere. And there was a good amount of time where I didn't see him, and I didn't see really regularly. Like me and her had a off and on friendship. Like she wasn't really good for me to like be friends with, but like because we started being like we had this like friendship, this like of years, like you kind of try to hold on to stuff like that, but she wasn't like, we weren't we were growing apart. But the last time I seen him is when I was coming over there to pick her up. Excuse me. Excuse me. So we can go, and he came downstairs with his other sister, the other younger sister. Like they literally, the way the family was set up, like the siblings almost like had like their own pairing. Like it's a family of 10, you know. So you got the oldest brother, um and then the oldest sister. It was kind of like basically you group the two oldest sisters with the older brother. That's their pair, and then there's another brother and another sister that's like 2 years apart or a year apart, and then you got another brother and another sister that is like 3 to 2 years apart. Like they each had, it was so the brother that ended up like Joe, I ended up seeing him, and I'm standing like on the other side of the kitchen island, and like he's talking to me, and I'm just like in awe because I'm like, dang, he's so grown. Like his voice dropped. He's a football player now, so you know they be like I'm just like, wow. Like he built up, you know. And I'm just like, wow, I can't believe, like, and I'm seeing, you know, his sister, and I'm like, y'all are so grown up. And I'm like holding the island table because I'm like, I'm trying to brace myself, like, I'm trying to hold myself because I really want to, like, hug him and, like, just, I can't believe how grown up they look. Like, and so I finally do. And because I was thinking to myself, my heart was aching, it was hurting just to not even hug them. And I'm like, okay, I gotta come around here and hug y'all. Like, I can't just be. So I hug them, and I hug him, and I could just feel like an aching in my body. And it almost made me want to cry. And I remember the sister that I came there to pick up, she basically, I don't know what she was feeling, jelly or something, because she was just like, all right, we gotta go. Like, ruining the mood. And I almost wanted to cry, like hugging them. There's so much sadness in both of them, but especially Cho. And I just, like, he reminds me a lot of my brother. They harbor a lot, but they never like really clicked. They were like maybe 3 years apart. They never really clicked. um but I'm glad I was able to hug him. I'm glad I did that. Dang, if I could just hold on a little bit longer and just hug him a little bit longer. And at the time when I found that out, I was crying vigorously. Like, it's like nighttime, and I decided to like leave the place that I was at and walk to the park during this moment. And I couldn't remember if I hugged him. So I'm like crying more and more because I'm like, dang, like, why do I always not like restrain myself from doing what I want to do? Like, I should have hugged him. I can't remember if I hugged him, and I'm begging the Lord to just make me remember if I did. And I didn't get that memory back until like maybe 9 months later. But I think it was my fault a little bit because like I kept trying to think like that. No, I don't think I did hug him. And then it's like I felt like myself was like, yeah, you did. Remember, you was like, you didn't, you was trying not to go run over there and hug them. You didn't want to make them uncomfortable, but you end up hugging them. And then I hugged them both individually. I hugged him for like, it was like he was trying to do a quick hug, but I was like holding on to him. Like, I did it again. And then that's when she was like, we gotta go, like the big sister. And then we ended up doing a group hug where the sister like had her arms around me. I'm hugging Joe, and then the bigger sister I was like we was about to go out with, I was about to go out with um, was on the outer part, and God gave me that memory. Like, and I kept thinking to myself, okay, am I just making things up? Like, that actually happened, and it took a while to just like trust that that is what happened. And now I know, and now because it's like crazy how like sometimes like you'll go through this life and you'll wipe things out of your memory and like without even trying, and you have to fight to remember what happened because it's crucial to like the way that you see yourself. It's crucial to the way that you feel like things could have changed differently, things like that. And so like I watched his funeral memorial service, and I didn't even realize that they moved to a whole different city. Like, so I'm seeing like these colors. I'm like, we don't have those colors like in like the city that I thought that they were stayed at, but they had moved, or at least he did. He had moved. And his football friends are there wearing the jerseys. Like I've always felt like I felt it since he was a little boy, and he was always so joyful and dancing around. That's why he reminded me of my brother. Sometimes like that joy that a boy has, it just goes away. And it's like, okay, I don't even know. Am I posting this? I don't know if I am. Okay, chill up. Okay. Um, but yeah, I still think about my brother because like that could have happened to anybody. That household, my household, I can understand. There was a lot of things that maybe I didn't even understand the depth of that was going on in that household. But I know that everybody, like, it just, that's why her mom and my mom clicked, because they both be like burying their, just burying themselves in this day-to-day life. Wow, everybody just smoking whatever they want to smoke right above me, below me, whatever. And it's just like, I just get the luxury of having like the waves of the air just come through my window. All right. So, yeah. There was a time when I was like very, very like, I was like